Should be pretty interesting, but I have faith in this group, so we'll see. Hope this doesn't fuck with too many of your add-ons, but it works best for the way I've seen the group split up.
Are you rearranging the raid?
Yeah, I'm gonna do group 1, group 2, group 3, at least for the explanation, so that we can segregate it into pillars and everything else. Sweet. This is for my satisfaction, at least. You're gonna be the quote-unquote X-pillar tank. Grisner. You obviously already know your role, as we talked about in Tells for the ads for Phase 1. So A tank or triangle tank is going to be going to the east side of the entire platform, way the hell out here. We do have 3 healers for this, right? Shit, we don't. Wait, Bodum said he had one, right?
Yeah, you need me to heal?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need you to. What's the item level on it?
Very nice. Watch, you'll see.
Very nice. Oops, I didn't mean to do a roll check. Have you even seen videos on this, Bevigrid?
No, I haven't.
That's gonna make it difficult, but it's okay. Basically, imagine a line that goes in between Diamond and Star, since I know that we have DPS here that haven't done this before. You need to imagine a line that's about 10 yards long. Son of a bitch, I'm tired. You need to imagine a line that's about 10 yards wide in between Star and Diamond, okay? If you're not standing in that channel throughout the middle of the raid zone or the encounter zone, you're gonna die. Because when I'm turning Onyxia so that her tail is facing the raid, you better be looking at her tail if you're looking at Onyxia from where you're standing, or it's gonna hurt. Bevigrid, you're basically gonna be picking up Neff when he lands about 30 seconds after I pick up Onyxia and take her to Star, and you're gonna be taking him to Diamond. You're gonna be going complete opposite mirror of what I'm doing, okay? Only difference is you're not gonna have to turn his tail to the raid every so often. You can just turn him to the south or where we're standing now. Basically, imagine Onyxia standing on Star where she is currently facing us right now, and only turning towards the raid when she does her ability, which I'll be handling that. Neff is going to be doing the same thing, except for not turning towards the raid. There's going to be some DPS phases during that, and there's going to be some heal phases during that we have to call out, such as electrocute. We have to push 2 crackles and then DPS Onyxia down to get into phase 2. Phase 2, I need to segregate those groups real quick. Give me a second. Making sure we have a reliable interrupt on each platform. Okay, so if you're in group 2, you're that tank's healer for phase 1 through phase 3. So Miracular, you're going to be on Bevigrid. Bodum, you're going to be on me, Menon, and wait. Yeah, Kitsu, you're going to be on Gris, but that should only be for the first phase, and last phase you'll be on the raid. So if you're group 1, you're going to box. If you're group 2, you're going to triangle. If you're group 3, you're going to X. Bevigrid, basically the ads are going to die near X, and basically that tank's going to die over there, or not die over there, but his ads are going to die over there. That's where his group's going to run. You're going to be going to the pillar closest to you when we go into phase 2, and I'll be going to the pillar closest to me along with everybody in our groups. Each of us should have a healer, and we'll have to interrupt the ad that's on the platform, but it's like a 10-second cast now, so it's not even really worth worrying about, but you do have to interrupt it. Don't fuck up and miss the interrupt. Same thing for X's pillar. There is a lip on the pillar, so if you're swimming up and you think you can just go like hug the wall straight up and jump up, you're mistaken. And you have to spread out on the pillar or it will AoE the people that are on the pillar with you. So imagine, you know, spreading out in a triangle on each one of your pillars so that you minimize the damage that the healers have to heal. Then if everything's going real well in phase 2, we'll push another crackle, which will put the boss at around 68% or so. When we go into phase 3, you're going to come down here, Bevigrid, where the X tank left the ads on the ground. Pick up the ads, and we're going to stay about 90 degrees from each other. So let's say I start out at 9 o'clock, you're going to start out at 6 o'clock, and then we're going to gradually, slowly move and kite around the very outer edge of the map down there, and keep that 45 degree angle from each other, or 90 degree angle from each other. You just want to avoid the breath that's coming from the boss. You really don't want that to hit the ads, and that's going to be more my thing. I'm going to be watching that more than you are. But you can't just stand there and tank them. You have to kind of kite them and keep them at a 90 degree angle from where I'm at. So if I'm at 9 o'clock, you should be at 6 o'clock. If I'm at 6 o'clock, you should be at 3 o'clock, and so on. Did I miss anything? At phase 3, at that point, everybody else besides me, the other tank, and then the healers that are healing the tanks should be at the side of the boss, stacked on, at that point I think it would be X. I know that I know I'm bad at explaining it this time of night, especially when I've been drinking, so if anybody has a simpler way of saying that, go ahead. Yeah.
What percentage of we get on in phase 1 again?
Say that again.
What percentage that we get on you in phase 1? I can't remember. It's like
Minin.
30.
Well, Ani needs to get down to about 10%, and then we switch to Neff and burn him down to about 80%, which will be 2 electrocutes or 2 crackles, and then we'll turn back to Ani, kill her, then jump on the pillars. May push another crackle in phase 2 depending on how well it's going. Most likely not, especially for the first attempt or two. And then phase 3, everybody stacks on the side of the boss except for the tanks and healers that are doing what they need to be doing. Yeah. If you're in group 2, you stick with group 2. As far as now, this is only pertaining to tanks and healers. If you're in group 2, you stick to group 2. If you're in group 1, you stick to group 1. If you're in group 3, you stick to group 3. And that's how it should remain the whole fight.
I have one last question. Is Chris Noir, I don't know how to say it. Is he, instead of him being on X, can we have like someone more tanky? Like geared for tanking and stuff?
Well, he's only going to be doing the ads for phase 1 and then the stack point for phase 3. So.
I know, but it's just our ad will go down incredibly quick with 4 DPS or 3 DPS on it.
Oh yeah, I mean, all DPS should be killing ads when he gets them stacked up, so it minimizes the damage, and he should be able to kite him. He says he's done it before, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Alright.
Let's go. Only way we're gonna learn this and do it is to see it. Incoming in 5, 4, 3, 2.